Here's the deal. Most men have a tough time having a conversation with a woman that they like. They either don't know what to say to start the conversation, or they don't know how to keep things going once the conversation has started. This is very typical. So I wanted to make this video to give you a complete guide for talking to women. And I want to show you how to get any woman hooked on you using your words. So if you follow the 6 tips that I share with you in this video, you will have girls hanging on your every word and treating you like you're the most important man on the planet. So you're about to see how easy it actually is to captivate any woman and make her fall for you through conversation. So pay attention and keep watching. I'm Marni, and from here on out, I am going to be your very own personal wing girl. And every week, I'm going to give you the no BS insider info about what women really want, plus the most effective methods to win over any woman you like. So hit that subscribe button now so you never miss a video. All right, let's get started. Here are my 6 tips on how to get a woman hooked using your words. So tip number 1, lower the bar. Before you talk to any woman, you need to lower the bar. The biggest reason why your mind goes blank when you see a pretty girl is that you have a really high bar set. You believe that you need to say something exceptional and extraordinary to get her attention. So this will result in making you super nervous, and it gets you stuck in your head. It's a lot of pressure to put onto yourself because you get too concerned about what to say and if it's even good enough to say it. And because your bar is so high, nothing makes the cut, which means you're left with nothing to say, blank. So you need to lower that bar, or better, eliminate the bar altogether. I always tell guys that you can say anything to a woman as long as you own it. Like literally, you could say anything. You could walk up to a girl and say, I love oranges. What about you? And it would work as long as you own it. The belief you need to have is this: everything I say is important and interesting. Why? Just because. With that belief in place, you can make almost anything work because it acts like a self-fulfilling prophecy for you. Because you believe that everything you say is interesting and important and therefore worthy of attention, women and people in general start to believe the same, and you naturally radiate a vibe that captivates people. Moreover, literally no woman expects you to say the most amazing, witty, and intelligent things all the time because they don't say these things. In fact, even if you manage to pull that off and every word you say is amazing, it seems inauthentic. It feels like you're trying too hard to impress. So there's no benefit to having a high bar. So lower it, destroy it, and you will see a big difference in how women react to you. Couple lowering the bar with clean, glowing skin, and women will 100% be reacting to you differently. And today's video sponsor, Tiege Hanley, will make that happen for you because Tiege will help you take care of your skin by keeping it fresh, clean, clear, and oh so sexy. Trust me, women love a guy that takes care of himself and his body, and it shows that he can take care of her as well. And how cute is it going to be when you guys go through your skincare routine together at night? I recommend you start with their level 1 system, which comes with all the basics: a daily face wash, an exfoliant scrub, an AM moisturizer with SPF 20, and a PM moisturizer. And to make it super easy, they provide this instruction card in every box that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, in what order. It comes in handy because you can get lost in all of it, but you don't just have to take my word for it because they have over 5,000 5-star reviews from customers around the globe. So this isn't something you want to put off because prevention is key. Get ahead of any signs of aging now, and your future self will thank you. In addition to amazing skin, members of Tiege Hanley get tons of benefits, including at least 20% off the retail price, access to exclusive monthly deals, pause or cancel at any time, and free shipping in the US. And because Tiege Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers a great deal. So just click the link, the first link in the description, and you'll get 30% off your first box plus a free gift. So do not miss out on that amazing deal. Click the link to get started today. Now, back to becoming a talking to women superstar with tip number 2 on my list. Tip number 2 is be a leader. Women expect you to lead. If you go up to a woman and say, I love oranges, what about you? You're gonna get her attention, right? But she won't take her panties off and jump on top of you because you made that statement. Her natural reaction will be, okay, what else do you have? Meaning, continue, follow up, lead me. You're the one who approached me. Yes. some chatty, extroverted women might respond with more enthusiasm and lead the conversation forward themselves. But 9 out of 10 times, you will be in charge of moving things forward. That's the masculine role. So if you depend on a woman to lead the conversation, you're asking her to take on that masculine role, the masculine role that you started by approaching her, and that will never result in attraction. So you have to take that responsibility. So ask questions, share your opinions, tell stories, crack jokes, introduce some flirting, and move things forward. If you feel like you have nothing to say, it means your bar is still too high. So go back to tip number 1, lower that bar. Remember, everything that you say is important. That's your new core belief. So it doesn't matter what comes out of your mouth. Every word is important. It's worthy of attention. So just keep going and don't hesitate or second guess yourself. Tip number 3. Okay, get playful fast. The faster you introduce some playfulness into the conversation, the easier conversation's going to be. So cracking a joke or saying something silly relaxes your mind and hers, and it makes you comfortable with each other. I always tell my clients to take those first few questions that you get in most conversations, like, where are you from and what do you do, and give playful answers to them. So for example, and this is just an example, I'm not a comedian. Where are you from? Well, my mom said I was a gift from God, so I'm from heaven, I guess. What about you? Right? Similarly, what do you do for work? Well, I'm a hand model. I mean, look at these. Can't you tell? Show your hands. Again, not a comedian, but these are cute. You don't need to do this with every single question because that becomes annoying, but even one little joke like this is gonna lighten the mood and make you both feel more comfortable. Another way to get playful early in conversation is to make absurd guesses. This can be done in 2 ways. Either you can make a guess based on an observation, like, for example, I like your glasses. You look like a Harry Potter fangirl. Or you can ask her a question and guess the answer in a playful way. So for example, are you an only child? I feel like you have an older sibling and you're the spoiled younger kid who got all the attention, right? Now these are just suggestions, but they're just like ways to show you how to do it. There are countless opportunities to crack a joke or say something silly in conversation. So when you see one, take it. If you can't find any opportunities to be playful, it once again means that your bar is too high. You don't need to master being a comedian. You're not trying to get a Netflix special or anything, right? But a good rule to follow in conversation is just to self-amuse, meaning say things to make her laugh, to entertain yourself, to push your own buttons. If you do that, you will have a much easier time talking to women. And because you'll be having fun, the women you talk to will have fun by simply being in your presence. Emotions are contagious. So if you're having a good time, she's gonna have a good time. So tip number 4, give genuine compliments. Many male dating coaches and pickup gurus will say that compliments turn women off, that you should avoid compliments altogether. And the truth is, compliments can actually work in your favor and it can work against you as well. It all depends on the intention behind the compliment. So if you compliment a woman to make her like you, she's gonna sense that, right? Because it's not genuine and it will look like you're just sucking up to her or you're just like, coming up with anything. But if you compliment a woman when you're genuinely impressed by something about her, like at the core, she's gonna love that. So make it a rule to only compliment a girl when you're genuinely impressed by something. Bonus points if it's not about her looks, okay? Unless she's a very unattractive woman, then she needs that, but still. Listen, there's nothing wrong about telling her that she's beautiful, that you find her attractive. Like, that's why you're talking to her. Women put a lot of effort into looking good, and it feels good to have that acknowledgement, for somebody to recognize that. But that said, beautiful women are used to being complimented on their looks, so it doesn't always hit that hard for them, which sucks, but it doesn't. It feels nice when it's genuine, but it's not always memorable and doesn't have the same impact. So if you find something else about her that impresses you, say it. That is going to be more likely to create a lasting positive impact on her. The only other rule you need to follow when complimenting a girl is this: don't linger on it, okay? So if you linger on a compliment, it feels like you're looking for a reaction from her. And that can signal to her that you're only saying it to please her. So with compliments, say it and move on. Maybe hold for 2 seconds, but move on. Keep the conversation going. Tip number 5, tell stories. Stories are naturally entertaining. Humans are built to pay attention to stories, and it's probably the best way to keep conversations moving and really connect with the person, because there's like context there, right? It tells a lot about you. But what story should you tell her? If you have this question in your mind, then once again, your bar is too high. If you have been alive for a while, you have stories to tell because you have experiences. Things have happened to you and things have happened around you. Think about what you do when you're talking to a close friend. You probably share a lot of stories in conversation, right? You want to bring them into your world, whether it's something that happened that day or something from your past, and you don't worry about the content too much. You go with what you're inspired to say in that moment. That's what you do with women as well. That said, there are some habits that will make you a more captivating storyteller. And I could do a whole video on that alone if you want. Let me know in the comments actually if you want me to do a whole video on that. But for now, I'll run through them with you really quickly. The first habit is to use a story hook. This simply means use a line or two to tease the story you're about to tell. Kind of like what I do at the beginning of these videos. Hint at what the story is about without saying it outright. For example, if I was telling you how I got started as a dating and attraction coach for men, I'd say something like, so this one time I helped a guy friend of mine get a girl, and then he said something that like totally changed my life. You see the point? You basically give people a teaser and then dive into the story. So this programs people to pay attention because they want to hear what he said. They want to hear the outcome. Second habit of good storytelling is to act out characters and actions in the story. So all the best storytellers act out characters and actions using their voice, using gestures, facial expressions. You don't have to be like Jim Carrey and go overboard with it because that's way too much. Even a little acting out will liven up the story and pull people into the experience. The third and last habit I'll touch on for now is this. Add feelings to your story. Whenever you tell a story, mention how you felt as it happened. Explain how the other people felt too. And act it out if possible using changes in tonality, facial expressions, and gestures that creates a big emotional impact on the listener. And that's all I can say about storytelling for now because it's a big topic. If you're interested in knowing more, again, let me know in the comments and I'll do a full video on how to use stories to captivate and attract women. But for now, the main thing to understand is that stories will get women hooked, and you should tell more stories in your conversations. They are inherently entertaining to all human beings. All right, moving on to the next point, which is tip number 6. Don't be desperate for romantic connection. And this is huge. Guys who are the most successful with women go after women they like, but don't mind if things don't work out. I talk about this all the time. They are not desperate for romantic connection. Their mindset says, I'll talk to her and see where it goes. If it leads to a romantic connection, great. If it doesn't, no problem. Nothing bad happens. They treat a conversation as a chance to explore a potential connection. They don't try to force it and make it happen. And as a result, they come across as like cool and calm and collected when they're talking to a woman. And that cool vibe creates interest. Now, there are multiple ways to develop this mindset and avoid being desperate for a connection, but nothing works as well as creating more options for yourself. It just does. If you believe a girl is your only option, you're going to be desperate. You can't help it, right? Because you're so focused on that one thing to make you happy. But if you have other options, you're naturally be more relaxed and carefree. The good news is, if you need some extra help getting this mindset to really stick for you, then I have something you will love. I created a free mini course for you that shows you the 5 things you actually need to attract any woman, and it includes 5 videos. Video number 1, the mindset that will help you attract women out of your league. Video number 2, how to capture a woman's attention before you even say a word. Any guy can do this. Video number 3, a simple method to overcome anxiety and approach girls confidently. Video number 4, the single best way to start a conversation with a woman in any situation. It's my OSA technique. Video number 5, powerful flirting tactics that will boost attraction and make her want you more. I have flirting lines included, and this mini course is my gift to you for being so awesome and watching this video till the very end. So to get free access to this course, just go to fwithher.com or use the link below to get started now. This free mini course is made up of materials I've shown to my private coaching clients who pay me thousands of dollars to work with me, and it's been structured in a way that guarantees to transform your results with women in just 30 days. And it has worked for thousands of guys all over the world. So go to fwithher.com or click the link below in the description box now. I'm confident that you will not regret it. And it's free. Give it a chance. Lastly, thanks for watching this video all the way till the very end. I hope that you found it useful. And as always, I will see you again next week.